Hey, I'm World Entertainment, and just when you think you've heard it all, holy hell, does a crazy story come along, and it shows you the true depths of evilness of major corporations. And we are, of course, talking about Disney this time. And to be fair to Disney, I think we should start saying Bob Iger's Disney, because they weren't always like this. But we've heard some crazy crap about Disney over the last bunch of years. You know, they're leaning so hard into the alphabet mafia's demands. You know, they had Bob Chapek, for God's sake, do basically a hostage video when he said he didn't want the studio to get political. We've seen all the leaked videos and whatnot, how they're discriminating. You know, oh, white and male. No, that's stale. No use for that. We've seen all this stuff. They're not so secret gay agendas. We've seen the messaging they put through. We've seen the antics that they can push and whatnot. We've seen their stock collapse when they try and tell you this and this is going to be great and it doesn't end up being great. This story takes an absolute crazy turn. Not just that, it is the absolute cherry on top of that gigantic cake of shit that they have put out there over the last few years with all of their stuff. Because this just shows you how much Bob Iger's version of Disney could not care less about you, the consumer, the paying customer, the fan. Because I'm going to tell you this story. We're going to look at the article and everything about it. You're going to have a response, and I'll have to have a response back. It probably goes like this.
You've got to be shitting me.
No, I am not shitting you.
Yeah, because this story is so insane. It's like, there's no way this can be real. And it's very real. It's also tragic because it has the death of a person. So condolences to that person and all their loved ones and whatnot. But wait till you hear this. Disney wants to dismiss a wrongful death lawsuit because of a Disney Plus agreement. That's right, you heard that correctly. This isn't a joke. If you accidentally in air quotes, die at their park, you have no legal standing ground according to them if you have a Disney Plus subscription. Yeah, wait till you hear this. Disney wants a Florida court to dismiss a wrongful death lawsuit at a Disney-affiliated restaurant based on terms of service for the entertainment giant's website and streaming video service. The company argues that a couple agreed to an arbitration clause when one of them bought tickets to Disney World, and in an even more distant connection when signing up for Disney Plus years before. So the lawsuit filed in February concerns a 42-year-old woman named, now bear with me with this name because it's a crazy name, Kangaporn Tansoon, I believe is how you pronounce it. Apologies if I butchered that, at least the first name, because, you know, the woman's dead, unfortunately, who died due to an allergic reaction that occurred after eating at one of the restaurants at Walt Disney World Resort's Disney Springs area in October of 2023. As noted in the suit, Tangsoon and her husband, Jeffrey Piccolo, allegedly chose the restaurant because it advertised the accommodation of persons with food allergies as a top priority. Tangsoon was highly allergic to nuts and dairy. Piccolo, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right as well, who represents Tangsoon's estate, is suing Disney for damages of more than $50,000. However, in a motion filed in May, Disney alleged that Piccolo accepted a forced arbitration agreement when signing up to Disney Plus in 2019. The streaming video service's terms of use state that any dispute between you and us, except for small claims, is subject to a class action waiver and must be resolved by individual binding arbitration. And the agreement folds in another agreement to Disney's bordered terms of use, including a similar waiver covering all disputes involving Disney and its affiliations. Yeah. Have you ever heard something so insane? And it says, arbitration is a private legal process that involves settling a dispute outside of court. While it's a suitable option in some cases, it's risky in others, as the National Accusation of Consumer Advocates says arbitrations aren't required to take the law and legal precedent into account, and you can't appeal their decisions. So this woman and her husband went into the restaurant, sat down, and apparently asked the staff, not once, not twice, multiple times, is there any nuts or dairy in this meal that she wants to order? And she was assured no. And they kept asking, you're absolutely 100% sure that this, it doesn't contain any allergies or anything? And she was constantly told no. Then she had the meal, and shortly after they start leaving the restaurant, she all of a sudden started taking ill and basically dropped dead. And now the husband clearly is suing Disney because it's the case of, we asked multiple times and they still ended up having either nuts or some form of dairy in the product that she consumed that she was guaranteed wouldn't have it. And Disney's response is, you have no legal standing ground because you signed up to Disney Plus. Are you kidding me? Is this how bad things have gotten? That Disney are now basically telling you, sign up to Disney Plus and we can accidentally kill you and you'll have no legal standing ground, you, your family, anybody, because you have a Disney Plus subscription. That is some of the craziest shit I have ever heard in my life. That is the equivalent of you walking into a phone store. Doesn't matter which phone store, just any phone store. You walk in there, you purchase a phone, you sign up to a prepaid plan. You know, you sign the dotted line. Yes, I agree to this term, blah, blah, blah. While you're doing that, someone in the store is washing the floor behind you. They don't put down a wet floor sign. You purchase the phone, you sign the agreement for your prepaid plan. You go to leave the store and you slip on the wet floor, break your arm, who knows, you injure yourself. And you sue the store for negligence because, hey, you just washed the floor and you didn't put down a wet floor sign and I injured myself. It's the equivalent of that phone store turning around and going, well, unfortunately, you waived all your rights when you signed the agreement to buy the phone and the plan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. Pretty sure there's no legal standing to say, oh, we can put into our entertainment service for television that covers wrongful deaths in our parks. Are you shitting me? So they are basically saying, if you sign up for Disney Plus and you and your family go to our parks and one of you has a massive injury, possibly death in our parks, you've no legal standing because you signed up for Disney Plus. Holy shit. Bob Iger must be literally sitting on a throne of fire. The guy has to be the devil if he's getting away with this shit. And if this court throws out this case, wow, there has to be major questions asked. How can a company possibly put in to a terms of service for a streaming service affect any legal standings for stuff regarding a park and restaurants and stuff like that? This just shows you how absolute vile major corporations can be. This has to be a case that goes to trial. It has to be. I cannot see any legal standing Disney has in this. How could a court sit there and say, hang on, this guy's wife died in your parks after eating at your restaurants after being assured that there was no nuts or dairy in the food she has. The woman passed away in your parks and you want us to throw the case out because he signed up for Disney Plus in 2019, by the way. A free month trial is what he signed up for in 2019. Yeah, if that gets thrown out, there is major problems in the world. But there you go. There is the story of just insaneness. Bob Iger thinks he can get away with this crap.
What an idiot!
Yeah, major questions have to be asked, and it makes you second guess having your Disney Plus subscription, doesn't it? Apparently have that subscription and they can basically kill you and get away with it. Crazy. So with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.